So what are you guys?
We are the Swartwood family.
So are you guys real Swartwood MCAT students?
Hell yeah.
Do you teach 6B and 6C?
Yeah. 6B is my favorite. It's also where it helps to have someone explain something because it's way different from this. You have some intuition for this. 6B, for a lot of people, you don't have any intuition. And if the prof is not explaining the intuition, it just becomes a bunch of formulas and it's kind of bad. It's electricity and magnetism. The first part's waves. That's not so bad, but electricity and magnetism. One of our MCAT students was his favorite student of all time. So I know a lot of stuff about him. It's usually best just to stay away because he's a little touchy. Oh, another thing I can ask before we start up. How many of you get a cheat sheet? Oh, whoa. So who gets a cheat sheet? What section is that? Williams? Forrester gets a cheat sheet too? Williams and Forrester?
7 cards or 2 3x5 cards.
Okay. You could shrink it, right? All good. Okay. So the camera. Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming people want to do rotational from scratch. Yeah, some of this the kinematics will be mellow. So before we start doing everything like super seriously, we'll just use a translation that'll work really well. So one side note, everybody comfortable radians? Yeah? So we just do it since we have time. I mean, it's the first thing. What's a radian mean? 1 radian. Because this is going to be the key to doing everything else. I mean, you could do it by just memorizing the fact, but it's easy to see. So do you guys agree if I had this thing here and it had paint on it, like maybe paint like this, and I started to open this guy up, if I open up a certain amount, you would literally start painting the circle like this? That makes sense, right? And the further you open this guy up, the more you paint on the outside. Okay, if there's a radius, let's just make a number up. Let's say it's 4 meters. Okay? At some point, you will open up enough such that this guy on the outside is 4 meters. Does everybody agree? When you've done that, you call this angle 1 radian. And you can literally think of it as 1 radius. So now you use your common sense. What happens if I open this guy up like this, and I say it's 2 radians? What does 2 radians really mean? It means on the outside, how much have you traced? 2 radii. Whoops. Okay, 2 radii. That's all it means. Okay? So 1 radian means 1 radius on the outside. 2 radians means 2 radii on the outside. Then bad flashback to Chem 14a. So let's do a little bit of Chem 14a. So let's say I wanted your actual distance here. Okay? So I wanted some measurement there. But if you look at a radian, so I have 2 radians. In fact, you can just tell me looking at this. How much ground have you covered if I open up 2 radians? 8 meters. Everybody agree? But we'll do it the Chem 14a way. You have 2 radians. Every radian gives you how many meters? It gives you 1 radii, and 1 radii is what? 4 meters. So this makes total sense, right? Every radius gives you 4 meters. You've got 2 of those radii, so you have 8 meters. Okay, what's our conversion for this junk? This is the stupid angle. This is the length of the radius. Everybody agree? And what does it give you in the end? The actual distance you covered. This is actually the key to doing everything when we start this stuff. Let me put it up high. This was this guy. This was this guy, right? Literally, number of radii, length of each radii, total length covered. Everybody okay with this? So this is going to be our key. This is angular land. This is regular stuff we've been doing the entire quarter. To get from angular to regular, you always multiply by r, because that's what this thing means. Okay? It also only works for radians. So can we send this away? Yeah? Okay. Then all the kinematics will be super fast. But first, we agree 2 radians means what? 2 radii on the outside. Okay. In fact, can you tell me how many radians there are in the entire circle? Like if you had to convert to degrees? Yeah, and how do you know that? Well, you know the circumference is 2 pi r, right? And you know every radian is literally a radius, right? So how many radii do you have in the entire circle? 2 pi. So the entire circle gives you 2 pi radians, which you know is how many degrees? 360. So if you need the conversion factor, but I don't think in this course you really do. Pi radians is 180 degrees. Okay. Doesn't hurt though to have that on your cheat sheet. Okay. So can we send this away? Yeah. Okay. Then let's do the conversion. Kinematics should be really fast. We'll do a couple of problems because it's just, you may not be comfortable with it because you haven't seen it. but let's do this. In fact, let's do the quickie version. So we have this guy, our angle. So this is angular land, right? And this is regular. We'll call it translational.